In this video we'll show how you can easily update the text that is displayed in the control bar. So the text might be an HTML item, or it might be the text on a button, for example, but in either case you might want to basically dynamically change the text. So if we go back and look at this control bar definition, we can see that this control bar basically has an HTML item, and this HTML item is displaying the text in the app name data variable. So here's our app name data variable, and it has an initial value of my first application. So in order to change the text that is displayed in the control bar, we need to change the value that is in this variable, in this app name variable. So let's go ahead and do this. First we'll just do this using Action JavaScript. So we'll go over here and we'll add a button, and we'll basically just go here and say change text. And then we'll start up by just using Action JavaScript. So we'll go over to our Action JavaScript builder, we'll add a new action. I'll type in a filter to get to control bar actions. We'll choose control bar actions, and then the action that we want is we want to update a control bar data item. So we'll go ahead and choose that, and then the control bar that we want to update is called control bar number 1. The data variable that we want to update is called app name. Now you could have multiple data items and you can update them all at once. So in this case there's only one item, so we'll just select that item. And now the value that we'd like to set it to is defined here. So we can go here and set it to a new string, my second app, or we can set it to a JavaScript expression. So we'll show how you can do that next, but let's just go ahead now and run this right now. And we can turn animation on, so when the control bar is updated we can display some animation, but we'll just leave that off for now. And if we go look at the JavaScript that got generated, we can see it's very simple. So what we're doing over here is getting a pointer to the control bar, and then we're using the control bar's update method, and we're passing in an array of items that we want to update and an array of values that we want to assign. So let's go ahead now, close this, save this, and now go ahead and run it. So when we click the button right now, you can see that the control bar's data changed. But we could just as easily, for example, have read the new value from a text box. So let's go over here now and add a text box over there. So we'll add here text 1, for example. And now let's go back to this button over there and edit the button. So we'll go there and we'll change the value that we're going to set here from being a static list to a dynamic value. So I'll go here and type in dialog.object.get value of text 1. Actually we don't need that trailing semicolon, and you can see here, if we look at show example, you can see that there's explanations of how this feature works. So we'll go there and just click OK right now, click OK. Let's go now and run this. So when we run this right now, and we'll go here and type in some text, new text, and then hit the button, you can see that we basically updated the control bar by reading a value from a control and then setting a new value to the control bar's data, which in turn is reflected in this HTML over here. So let's pause now and pick this up in the next video, where we'll show what the effect is of turning animation on when you refresh the control bar. So we're continuing our video now, discussing how you can update text that is displayed in the control bar by updating the data value that the text is displaying. And we're going to discuss now how you can turn animation on, so that when the control bar data is updated, the control bar is animated as it's being refreshed. So let's go now back to our Action JavaScript button over here, and we'll go here to edit actions, and we'll say now we want to turn animation on, and then we can specify an animation type. So you can see here that there are several different animation types that you can choose from, and they're all described over here. basically you can animate in from the top, the left, the bottom, etc. And you can also basically control the duration of the animation. So here we've specified we'd like to swap a new control bar in with the updated text coming in from the top, and we'd like it to take 200 milliseconds. So let's go ahead now and run this, and then go ahead now and change the text here. So new text, and now press the button, and you'll see that basically the new control bar, the updated version of the control bar, has animated into view from the top over 200 milliseconds. So up until now we've been showing how the data in the control bar is changed by executing a method on the control bar. But you can also update the data in a control bar using watch events, so that the control bar data gets updated automatically when certain things happen on the UX component. And in the next video we'll show how you can use watch events to update the data in a control bar. Thanks very much for watching.